Okay.
Welcome to the Global Alliance of NGOs for Road Safety's second webinar in a series of 6 called Let's Get Minimum 3-Star Roads by 2020. In November 2015, the Global Alliance of NGOs for Road Safety launched a multi-year capacity building initiative called the Alliance Empowerment Program. The program aims to strengthening the capacities of Global Alliance member NGOs to design, plan, fund, deliver and evaluate effective programs. A learning needs assessment has served as the basic for the capacity building initiative and informed the webinars that you have signed up to. Many NGOs are unsure how they can contribute meaningfully to reducing fatalities on our roads and to the star rating concept and the 3-Star Coalition specifically. We wish to ensure that NGOs are aware of how to advocate and push for star rating. To address this, the Alliance, in collaboration with IRAP, 3-Star Coalition and FIA Foundation, have created a number of webinars. We hope that all our NGOs, those experienced with road infrastructure and those without experience, will learn strategies to work in the area. You can use these webinars to learn more. You may use them to design your own activities, and you may use these webinars as a springboard to implement specific activities. The webinars are intended to inspire you and provide you with ideas on how you can get started, you can get moving and fine-tune what you already do. We have designed the webinars based on your input, and we would like to make them as useful as possible for you so we can ensure that you get the information you need. You may have questions to the webinars, and here's a link where you can provide feedback and questions. You can also find this link on our website, and I'll just going to show you where that is. You go to our website www.roadsafetynGOs.org, and under activities you'll find capacity building and you'll find our empowerment program, under which you will find all the webinars and a question and feedback form. On this slide you can see all the webinars, and this is the second webinar of 6. In this webinar, Keith Johnson from the 3-Star Coalition will spend the next 15 minutes talking about the 3-Star Coalition, who they are, how they work, and how you can become involved. Keith, welcome.
Thank you, Lotte. My name is Keith Johnson, and I'm the Director of Advocacy for Fund for Global Health. There's my picture. Global Fund for Global Health is a coordinating member of the 3-Star Coalition. The coalition is a group of like-minded organizations that advocate for 3-star or better roads at the World Bank and around the world. Welcome to this webinar, which will outline the ways that we do this. In this webinar, we will cover these topics in about 15 minutes. Why are we trying to influence the World Bank, and why are we advocating for 3-star or better roads? I'll tell you a little about the beginning of the work of the coalition in the United States. A number of international road safety NGOs have joined the coalition, and I'll tell you what some of them have been doing. And I will invite you to join the coalition if you haven't already, and to sign a declaration of advocacy for 3-star or better roads. Next slide, please. So, first of all, why IRAP and why the World Bank? If you've listened to webinar number 1 about IRAP, you know that 3 stars provides a basic level of safety at a cost that makes sense and cuts casualties by 1/3 or more compared to 2-star roads, and by well over half compared to 1-star roads. The World Bank is the largest aid funder of roads at an average of $5 billion a year, and its policies set a standard often followed as best practice by other development banks and aid agencies. While the bank has mandatory safeguards for things like the environment and resettlement in the road projects it finances, it has no requirements for road safety. IRAP did a study to estimate the difference it would make if the World Bank built only 3-star or better roads from this year, 2016, to 2030. The lower numbers here represent very conservative estimates, and it's assumed that roads last for 20 years. In that scenario, between 1 million and 3.6 million deaths and serious injuries would be prevented. And these countries would save an estimated $95 to $325 billion in reduced crash costs over the life of the upgrades. We started with mostly U.S. organizations, these 15, in December 2014, with the goal of having the World Bank require a minimum safety rating of 3 stars for all road users on road projects. Several of these organizations are significant in the U.S., such as AAA, formerly the American Automobile Association, a huge membership organization and a household word in the United States. The American Society of Civil Engineers has tens of thousands of members in the U.S. and worldwide and regularly issues report cards on U.S. infrastructure. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety sets the standard for vehicle safety ratings using the famous crash test dummies. In December and the first few months of 2015, we met with staffers for a number of U.S. representatives and senators, looking for a Republican and a Democrat in each chamber who would lead on a House letter and a Senate letter to the President of the World Bank, calling for minimum 3-star ratings on road projects. Persistence paid off when these 4 agreed to lead, Representatives Serrano and Emmer in the House, and Senators Perdue and Markey in the Senate. We then visited dozens of offices of other representatives and senators, asking them to co-sign these letters. In July 2015, the 2 letters were sent to the World Bank, to World Bank President Kim, with a total of 49 House and Senate signers. This slide shows the 3-star request to the bank in the second to the last paragraph, and the lead House signers. Soon after the letters were sent, we began meeting with World Bank transport and road safety officials, including the Global Road Safety Facility. We also met with the World Bank Executive Director for the United States and other relevant officials. The Global Road Safety Facility is a small office in the bank that promotes but does not require road safety measures. The GRSF has already worked closely with IRAP in the development of the star rating system and has participated in numerous IRAP assessments. However, the recommendations of these assessments have been implemented in only a few projects. The bank has not yet changed its policies as requested in the above congressional letters, but there is a higher level of interest from new leadership in the Global Road Safety Facility, and conversations are ongoing. After the U.S. congressional letters were sent, we turned our attention to finding international partners. Beginning in August 2015, Lotte assisted us in reaching out to the members of the Global Alliance of NGOs for Road Safety, inviting them to join the 3-Star Coalition. And we are very grateful for your help on this, Lotte. "67 organizations worldwide are coalition partners as of March 2016, and you can see the complete list in a more readable fashion on the Fund for Global Health website. Here are 3 of the main ways to influence governments. Meet with government officials, work together with other organizations to do this, and generate media. Several of our current NGO partners in the 3-Star Coalition have started to meet with government officials to educate them on the benefits of star ratings and to request that high-risk roads be upgraded to 3 stars or better. Some of them are already working with other organizations to show wider support for this. And while many organizations are already generating media on their own work, we hope they can use their media connections to also get media coverage of the importance of 3-star or better roads. There are separate webinars in this series on each of these actions. Partners in Botswana, Cote d'Ivoire, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Namibia have held or are planning to hold meetings with government officials about star rating roads in their country and building or upgrading roads to a 3-star or better rating. Here are 2 of those people. Rahel Deslane in Ethiopia, and Matla Otsugile in Botswana. A proposal to Botswana's Ministry of Transport and Communications to star rate a high-risk road and train engineers is in process as a result of a meeting with the permanent secretary of that department, coordinated by Matla, and Simon Modesemang, Managing Director of Emergency Assist 991. Betty Omoro in Kenya and Mafari Makone in Cote d'Ivoire are also in the process of approaching their governments about star ratings. Other partners are working with the World Bank executive directors representing their country. Each country is represented by one of these executive directors. Most of them represent several countries. The board reviews and approves all bank projects, and we can work with them to make them advocates for 3-star or better roads. We would like World Bank executive directors to ask for star ratings on each road prior to approval and to call for 3-star or better ratings for all users on each project. A road built today will last for 20 or more years, so an unsafe road approved now will affect a whole generation. Partners in these countries have reached out to their World Bank executive director with emails and, in some cases, with follow-up phone calls. Daniel and Harpreet have been particularly persistent in this. Here's how you can participate. You can join the 3-Star Coalition. You can sign a declaration of advocacy for 3-star or better roads. The current goal of the 3-Star Coalition is to have the World Bank finance only safe roads with a safety rating of 3 stars or better. There are direct ways and indirect ways to go at this. One direct way is by using the available levers of power such as letters and legislation that express the intent of a donor, such as the U.S. Congress. The second direct lever of power is to influence the members of the board of directors to advocate for 3 stars as they review and approve road loans. This is something we can all do. A less direct way is to show the bank that borrowing countries want safer roads. The good thing about this approach is that if you can have your government see the value of star rating for safety and have them begin to build 3-star or better roads, you can make all high-risk roads in your country safer, not just the ones that may be financed by the World Bank. Ultimately, that's what we want. We invite you to join the 3-Star Coalition if you haven't already, and to sign the following Declaration of Advocacy. On this and the next slide is a formal declaration of advocacy that we invite you to commit to. Since it is a formal statement, it is shown here in full with the preamble on this slide and the declaration on the next one. Well, let me read it to you. Preamble. The International Road Assessment Program has developed the foremost protocol for assessing the safety of road infrastructure for all users, rating it from 1 to 5 stars. IRAP, as a charity, makes its star rating software available at no charge. Road safety non-governmental organizations, following IRAP's recommendation, consider a 3-star or better safety rating for all users on road infrastructure to be best practice. The UN Secretary General, in his 2015 report, Improving Global Road Safety, recommends, quote, the adoption of minimum 3-star standards and road safety audits for all new road construction, unquote. 2016 sees the activation of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We have just 5 years in which to achieve the SDG 2020 target to have global road deaths. Business as usual is not an option. We must campaign for the change we want to see, and that change must include our highest risk roads having a 3-star or better safety rating. Here's the declaration. Now, signing this doesn't mean you have to do all of these activities. It just means that whichever ones you do choose to do, you will pursue with full commitment to the best of your ability. We'll post the declaration and signers on our website. Here it is. We are concerned by the high toll of preventable road traffic death and injury and the scale of human suffering and avoidable economic loss. We, insert your name, declare that we will advocate that our government implement 3-star or better ratings for all relevant road users on road projects in our country. We will advocate that governments start with the highest risk roads where large numbers are killed and injured and where 3-star or better designs are economically viable. We commit to a sustained effort through such activities as engaging with relevant government officials and political representatives, mobilizing traditional and social media to build public awareness of the benefits of star rating, and building a 3-star coalition to include other organizations, companies, and public health and road safety advocates in our countries. We further commit to advocate that the World Bank Executive Director representing our country press for a 3-star or better rating on all World Bank road loans. If you have listened to this webinar on GoToMeeting, I will contact you to see how you may want to participate. So what have we covered? Why IRAP and the World Bank, 3-star coalition in the United States, our international partners, and finally, how you can participate.
You may have questions to Keith and to the 3-star coalition, and we would also like to get your feedback and evaluate this webinar. You can see the link here on this slide, and you can also find the feedback form on our website. Please fill it in and submit it, and if you have questions, please add them here and we will get back to you. I will just give the last word to Keith.
Well, once again, thank you very much for listening. If you have listened to this webinar and GoToMeeting, I will contact you to see how you may want to participate, and I wish you the best in your road safety work. The next few slides, we've added a photo gallery of a few more of our partners. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much and have a safe day.